Hello everyone, I'm Benjamin Miniatures, and welcome back to the Jasper Cat Production Show. And today I'm returning with more Zelda content, and today we have another amiibo unboxing video. This time it is the version of Link from the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, originally released on the Nintendo 64, and of course, like the previous Zelda amiibo that I unboxed, this is made to celebrate Zelda's 30th anniversary. As a matter of fact, I still have the amiibo itself with me. And the box is basically the typical for any amiibo box. Of course, you have the very nice gold background with all the Triforces inside of it. You have the 30th anniversary logo, his name, and the game he comes from. And I really like this this artwork of Link. It has a very sort of manga inspired look to it. I just like this overall design of Link compared to many of the other ones. It's basically what set the standard for what a majority of the Links of today go by. So, yeah, on the back of the box, it shows what system it's used on. You have the same picture that was on the front of the box. You have the 3 games that he comes with, and like that other Link amiibo, it will also be useful in the Breath of the Wild game that will eventually come out. So yeah, the box does look nice, but nothing particularly special or anything that really sticks out. And here he is now out of his box. Now, the detail on this variation of Link is very simple, but it still does have quite a lot of detail put into it. Perhaps the most detailed is on his back, where you can see the Hylian shield is all colored in silver and blue, with the red sort of bird-like shape to it, and the Triforce pieces on the top, as well as a random Triforce piece on the bottom. And of course it's all outlined in a very shiny, metallic looking silver. And if you can actually, not quite sure if it will pick up greatly on this camera, but you can actually see that the Master Sword that he has on the back of him is actually inside of his sheath. You can actually see a bit of the sheath sticking out from the side of Link here. It's a very nice gold. It has a very nice golden coloring, and you can actually see that it looks like it's strapped onto the Hylian shield. So I think that's some very nice detailing. And the hilt of the sword is purple with a sort of greenish blue wrapping around the handle. Now, the coloring on the overall figure itself uses a whole lot more of a sort of a bit, I guess you can say, bold coloring. It's nothing that's too bright or too dark. You can see the solid green tunic. It doesn't really have much of a texture as you would expect from the other versions of his tunic. It has a very smooth kind of feel to it. You can obviously see the detail on his gauntlets with the 2 red stripes on the gauntlet itself. You can also, I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up, but there's a bit of I'm not quite sure what you would call that, but it looks like it has a bit more of a, it looks like it's risen up a little tiny bit. It's not really that noticeable. It's a lot more noticeable on the on the box itself, if you can see that, this little like risen up part on his gauntlet, that's the kind of design it's trying to go for. And I can really respect that, the fact that they would go into that sort of detail for a figure like this. And of course you can see him playing the Ocarina of Time itself, which has a very nice darks. It's a bit of a mix of both bright blue and dark blue. It's kind of in the middle, without it being like a regular solid kind of blue. So overall, I think this is a very nicely made figure, and if I can basically just show you both of them. The stand for the amiibos are the same as the stands that came with the Wind Waker amiibo figures. It has a bit of a darkish gold outline and a much shinier, reflective kind of gold on the inside, and there's a little bit of a pattern on there, which is in a sort of translucent kind of silver coloring. It's not really that noticeable, and of course it's especially not as noticeable on the 8-bit version of Link, because his sprite is so big that it basically covers up all of the stand. So overall, I think this is a very nicely made figure. If you're one of those people who likes Ocarina of Time and you want to have this guy to honor basically the legacy that it basically created for the rest of the Zelda franchise, then again, like a majority of these newer amiibo figures, they're being resold over at Best Buy. And if you want to actually use him for the functionality that he has in the Zelda games that he comes in, and if you want to get him to celebrate the new Breath of the Wild game that's coming out, then you should get him for that reason as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this new episode of Death Productions. If you did and you'd like to see more, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure to also follow us on Facebook with the same name as our YouTube channel, where there I will try my very best to upload daily news on what's going on with my life, and sometimes I'll also put little teasers as to show you guys what new videos might be coming out. So with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed once again, and until next time, I'm Benjamin Contreras, and